And we are back.
Back.
Another episode of Jumping the Gun.
Yeah.
We got our usual show. We'll catch up on the NFL playoffs. We'll talk some NBA action, some college hoops, and then we got a top Tuesday for you for Tuesday the 21st. Some news for you. Bears are hiring Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, as their new head coach. Lions window closing, question mark?
Yes. Yes.
Could be.
We'll get into that.
Anthony Santander signs a 5-year, $92.5 million deal with the Blue Jays.
Rebuilding?
So, who? The Orioles? Shit, they're not building anything. That's what they're not doing.
Yeah.
They're not signing anybody.
Not spending the cash.
Wasting it.
Cowboys, I think, head coaching news, right?
We hit that last week. It was official last week.
Okay. I don't think we knew last week, but it was like the day after.
I think I said it.
Was it?
Officially looking for a new head coach. Either way.
I want to say the news came out after our show is what I'm trying to say.
Cowboys are looking for a new coach.
They're looking for something.
All right, so let's get to that divisional round.
Actually, hold on. You know what they're looking for? Let me throw this in there because Kyle found a great stat. Let's start this show off with a stat. The Cowboys have not been to the NFC Championship. All other 15 teams in the NFC have been to the NFC Championship
since 1996.
Since the Cowboys. All the other 15. All other teams have been there since then.
They're looking for a clue.
They're on the bottom.
Divisional round recap. Chiefs 23, Texans 14. Can't beat the Chiefs and the refs.
As much as I do want to blame the refs on that, Patty showed why he's he's a dog.
We talked about it last week. They got that extra switch. They've been there, done that, so they know how to turn it on in the playoffs when it comes.
That touchdown pass he threw to Kelsey was insane.
Vintage.
I got up out of my chair and was like, "This mother."
There he goes.
Beep.
He goes.
Yeah, it was insane. But yeah, Texans fall off. They finished exactly. I wouldn't say exactly where we thought, but once they got into the playoffs,
we thought they probably would have lost last week.
I thought it was any game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were in this game. They definitely had a chance.
You were hoping.
I was definitely hoping they were in it. They were definitely in it for most of the game until the end there. But you know what I'm tired of seeing is Patty flopping.
That was what I seen that.
Yeah, they need to add a embellishment penalty like they have in hockey. So what it is if you flop and you're trying to get a call, they'll put a penalty on you for flopping. So something the NFL could probably.
You should get one, and then that's the warning, and you do it again, you're out.
Right.
You're out the game.
Well, not out the game, but at least like a 15-yard penalty.
No, let's make an example. Let's get that thing done.
Yeah, but they can't just kick somebody out the game for flopping. They're not going to do that. That's not an egregious act.
Integrity violator.
Well, then put a penalty on it. That's what I'm saying. Put a penalty on it.
Make it a rule is what I'm trying to say. Make it a rule. Integrity violator. If you're out there flopping, it's breaking your integrity.
That's what I'm saying.
That.
Make it a penalty.
Penalty as out of the game. Kick them out of the game.
They're not going to do that. That's too egregious.
I want Patty out of there.
Get him out.
Let's move to that next one. You got the Commanders beating the Detroit Lions 45-31. Probably the game of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
besides our game was pretty good too. I mean, actually, all three of them were actually pretty good. But my pick was definitely this game. I think because I called it.
Yeah.
I just had this gut feeling that El Baba Yaga.
Commanders are alive.
Daniels.
They're alive and well.
They're kicking.
They're coming to Philly.
They're not going to do nothing there, but they're coming. I've seen this. I feel like I've seen this, and that's why I called it last week. I just had this. They're good. They're good, man. I'm not doubting that, but I think our defense is way different than the Lions.
Yeah, Lions
way different.
Banged up on defense. I mean, not having your top edge rusher in Hutchinson goes a long way.
Corners, linebackers, they're not on the same tier.
Yeah, they're just they're hurt. They're hurt right now.
Thomas took advantage of it.
Lions, I don't know. They get the bye. They come out flat. Commanders just come out hot, rolling. And
Boogeyman, dude.
Once
that
you,
name. That's got to stick.
I don't think it sticks for him. He smiles. He's a nice guy.
He doesn't smile. Did you see him that whole game sitting on the bench? with his little French stash.
Yeah, watch when
like
he plays though.
Minion villain.
Dude's ear to ear, cheese in every play.
You gotta watch his post interviews too. He's smiling all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's
too nice of a guy.
He scares me though.
He's scared of him over there.
He's a Ted. He's a Ted.
You hear
Bundy.
that, Kyle? He's scared of him over there.
Don't start
He's
jumping
twiddling.
ships.
He's twiddling.
Don't start jumping ships because you're.
Let's go, commies.
You're supposed to be with your boy, but all right, let's see how it is.
We haven't even gotten there yet. What are you talking about? Talking about the Lions Commanders game.
Well, it's all good.
Let's go, Commanders.
I know. It's all good. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Oh man,
I ain't got to put it out there.
Anyways,
we got 20 episodes of receipts. You should definitely be like, come on, birdies. Come on, Eagles.
Yeah, you already know I'm pulling
my
for the
team
Eagles.
Sucks,
don't get in your feels over there.
I'm in my feels because you're switching teams.
Ain't nobody switching anything.
Don't switch teams on me.
I don't switch any teams. I only rep the purple over here.
All right, no commies.
Commies got up ahead, and the Lions were just playing catch up the whole time. It got close there for a little bit, but really you could say the Commanders controlled the whole game.
Turnovers. Jared Goff will not get another freaking chant from this podcast ever.
Yeah, he threw a couple bad ones.
He's done.
A couple bad picks. Turnovers in the playoffs go a long way, as we found out last night. But yeah, Commanders are hot right now. They go into Tampa Bay and they take down the Bucks. Go into Detroit, number 1 seed, take down the Lions. Now they got to go to the Link. Can they keep it going?
Jane Daniels didn't have any turnovers though. That's what I like about it. No turnovers.
Yeah, he's taking care of the football.
None of them. The only person that had, I don't think they had any turnovers actually.
I don't think so.
Yeah, 45 points, no turnovers. You're gonna win that game.
Defense played well too. I mean,
you're gonna win that game.
You're
getting turnovers.
Yeah,
you're gonna win that game.
It was a good high-powered Lions offense, and I mean, really, I think the biggest story of this is, like you said, that Lions defense just not there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you score 31 points, you should win most of those games. To let up 45 at home, it's tough. It's a very tough look. It's
Brian Robinson coming out of the woodworks, getting 2 tutties.
Yep.
Where was he at all season?
How many times
did he bust our big play parlays?
Where was he at for my fantasy championship? Not scoring, that's for sure. I know that.
I will say, we were talking about tight ends earlier, and we'll probably have a couple that we'll talk about, old ones. But Zach Ertz coming back around. I think that's a great fit for Jaden. A vet tight end. I mean, he's got a ring.
Yeah.
I think he's making Jaden Daniels look a lot better. He's giving him that extra for sure. He went 5 for 5, 28 yards and a tutty. He seems like he's scoring every time now.
Yeah, he's
the new red zone guy.
He's been a solid target for Jaden. McLaurin has been a solid target for him.
Look for Zach Ertz to get a tutty.
De'Ami Brown has had a hell of a postseason so far.
Yeah. He had like 90, what was that? What did he have? 98 yards. Caught one when guy had his face all on his face mask too.
Yep.
Great catch.
Ohio State just tied it up.
We got to stop glazing the Commanders. I am starting to get a little nervous over here. I'm looking at their stats. They had a great game. Hell of a game.
I think the thing is, like, during the regular season, they were pretty, I don't want to say, I mean, they were good, don't get me wrong, but they were never.
They beat us too.
They were never showing out. They were never beating teams comfortably is what I'm trying to get at. Every game they were in was kind of close.
Yeah, we said it last week. Their last 5 or 6 games, they won in the final possession of the game.
Yeah,
so.
And then against the Bucks and the Lions, they kind of just controlled both games. So they have turned it on in the playoffs and are playing very good football right now. So still have a tough road ahead.
This is good. This is the battle. We'll get to it.
This is the battle I think they were eyeing up, and you got. I mean, it's kind of it was hard to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
The first 2 games between the Eagles and the Commanders were both game of the weeks in those games, or in those weeks. So I just had a feeling that the NFL wants it.
Right.
So
we'll get to it.
They got it.
Sunday, Eagles 28, Rams 22. How about them Eagles?
Took care of business. Said we were going to beat them twice. It was a little scarier than I thought, but once Saquon got rolling and that weather got in there, it was a wrap. You weren't stopping that guy.
Got to look closer at the end, kind of let him get a chance.
We always do.
Yeah.
It's not an Eagles game without a sweat at the end. So, I mean, I almost like you said, I almost prematurely texted a couple people. The bird emoji
After that long
Saquon, like wrapped it up, and of course they got back in it. But like I said, our defense is definitely our cornerstone. You got Jalen Carter just rushing, playing like a madman down there. You got to double team him every time. Once he started getting pressure on Stafford, you started seeing the mess ups. You started seeing the overthrows, the bad passes out towards the sidelines.
Yeah, I do have one concern, and I got a question for you. Do you have
Mitchell.
an update on Quinyon?
I don't.
Because once he went out, it was kind of a problem.
It was.
I mean, he went out early. He went out, I think, the second drive. Like it was
right after he made that hit on Matt Stafford. I want to say it was Matt Stafford.
You taking a look at it? Can you see
hit on Matt Stafford, and they both got hurt. Matt Stafford got hurt, and so did Quinyon.
Yeah, I mean that's a big piece for y'all because once he went out, that they were definitely starting to target Rod. I think it's Rodgers, right? 34. Yeah, they're starting to target him a lot. So
and it was working.
Yeah.
If those snow conditions weren't like they were,
it could have been worse.
We might have lost that game because of Quinyon.
It's a fair point.
In there. I'm just being honest with
you. No, it was like I said, they were attacking him. So
right and shoulder. If I'm being real, I think he comes back. I don't think it was too much. I think they knew. Let's keep him out. Let's rest him and see how the game goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was a risk that our staff took. That we were still going to win that game without him, and we need him next week.
Right.
So, but definitely a good call on that.
Saquon.
That being, that's exactly where I was going.
That's beast,
exactly
bro.
Where I was going. 205
beast.
yards, 2 tutties, 2 absolute just monster runs, slamming his head on that second one.
Yeah, that was sick.
He got excited. He wanted all.
That's what we wanted to see the week before to get that cash on that. That's what he should have did a week before, but it is what it is.
He's a dog though, man. Clearly he's our cornerstone. He is the cornerstone. He's carrying us, but he is an Eagle. So I mean, it is what it is. That's our running back. Right. I'll take it. Carry us the whole way there.
Hop on his back and take us to the promised land.
There. I don't care anything about that. I don't care that Jalen only threw for 128 yards.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He's
you
not
know who
turning
else
the
did?
Ball over.
Josh Allen, but they're not going to be talking about Josh Allen the same about Jalen.
Facts.
You know
facts.
how it goes.
Exactly how it goes. Jalen, he 15 for 20, so 75% completion. No turnovers. That's what I like the most is no turnovers. He almost had one with I think a fumble. Actually, he did. Didn't he fumble? Did we get that back? I can't remember. That game was such a roller coaster. I want to say we got that back. We jumped on it.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I had a lot going on. We had
no, same here. I had Davey's birthday party going on.
Yeah,
so, no, 100%. But he did have a fumble, but nonetheless, I think Jalen Hurts is fine. He's fine. He did get hurt towards the end of that game.
Yeah.
And I think kind of like the same with Quinyon. They didn't want to take the risk of not playing him, but they definitely took the risk with the play calling and just how he was moving. And you could see he came out with the brace on.
Yeah.
So him and Quinyon are definitely questionable calls for this next game to be looking at, which are big pieces too.
And I think we were talking about it last week. The big thing for this game was for you guys to get that run game going and just get Saquon rolling. Mm-hmm. Which
Jalen got us going right off
early,
the bat. 50-yard run just to the house. They were all focused on Saquon. They didn't want that to happen right off the bat, and actually he checked that too. So another shout out to Jalen being I've been told he's not a good quarterback. He's a game manager, but Tom Brady was the best game manager I've ever seen, and look how many rings he's got. So I'll take game manager.
Yeah.
But Jalen checked that play actually right before it happened. He's seen a blitz or he's seen something, checked it, took the ball, took it 55 yards, took it to the house.
I knew he was going to. I knew he was going to house it once Mailata got out there to the secondary.
And he was looking.
He
kind of
stopped.
He didn't
and I was
touch
like,
a single person.
Yeah, and I was like, well, there must not be anybody in front of him. So if he gets through there, he's gone.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Eagles line, number 1 line in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
When you can run the ball and you got a defense that's playing like this.
It's a good recipe for a playoff team.
A Super Bowl championship.
Team. Yeah.
And also, we are the favorites now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Betting favorites?
I didn't think we were going to be favorites, but they got us low, bro. It's like 185, I think, odds.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
You never want to be the favorite. I mean, you do, but you don't.
Know why I don't like it, right?
You do, but you don't. Like, you want to be the favorite, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to have that underdog mentality, to be that someone who can mess it up. Because once you start being the favorites, you feel like the team gets comfortable, which obviously might not be true at all, but it just feels that way sometimes.
Yep. So the Eagles are going to the NFC Championship with that win. That is now number 8 in the last 25 years.
Yeah, I think you said since 2000.
So since 2000, the Eagles are now number 1 for the NFC and NFC Championship appearances.
There you go.
Not too well with them because we only got how many rings?
1.
Uno.
Yeah.
So we need this one.
You got to stack them.
Yeah. If we're gonna do it, we need it.
Got to stack them.
Or if we're gonna start looking like chokes. You know what I'm saying? And I can't have that.
Yeah, you don't want to be that. It's a good problem to have, but you don't want to have that problem.
Yeah, heartbreak.
Well, I mean,
every year,
a lot of teams would love to be in the position to be in the NFC Championship.
Right. At least you get to talk shit all year.
Yeah, until it's time. That's the only problem.
And then when somebody starts remembering these things, yep. So let's keep it moving. Let's go to the last game.
Bills 27, Ravens 25. It felt like it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I said it last week. I need to see something different or else I'm going to expect the same thing. And I saw the same thing that's been happening ever since Lamar's been quarterback. We beat ourselves in the playoffs. Actually, all year, maybe aside from that Steelers game in Pittsburgh, I would say all of our losses were because of the Ravens beating the Ravens. I don't know. There's not much.
I got a couple things definitely for this game, but go ahead, keep going.
There's just not much to say. The plays were there, and the first half. So I will say the first half. Obviously, Lamar brought out that playoff Lamar in air quotes that everybody says he turns over the football, isn't ready for big games, yada yada, which is fine. The first half wasn't ours. He turned it over twice. Bad interception, bad fumble, trying to make a play there. He should have just ate that sack, stopped trying to do too much, but it is what it is. The play before that, Mark Andrews drops a pass, so if he doesn't drop that pass, probably doesn't fumble the next play. A lot of what-ifs in this game. Second half, though, Lamar comes out, and he looks sharp. We're moving the ball, we're running the ball, throwing the ball, everything's working, and then those turnovers come back. Andrews fumbles, they go down, score, then we come down, about to tie it up, Andrews drops it. It just felt like we were never going to win that game. I don't know why, but once we went into half and we came out of halftime and I was like, okay, we got some life, and then Andrews fumbled that, I knew that was probably the end. I was like, it's not meant to be.
Yeah, the fumble just was definitely the sinking feeling.
Yeah, you're talking about the second half fumble, Andrews
second
fumble.
Half fumble right there when you guys are driving about to take the lead.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely was a killer. Me and Kyle definitely. There was about 3 minutes of silence, I think, after he fumbled. Kyle was looking in his hat off, down in his face. I had my hands on my head. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I think it was a third down play, too, if I remember correctly, and it was a big third down, and he got it.
Huge.
And then I was like, let's go.
He made
and then
a play. He tried to do too much.
All of a sudden, I was, oh, no. There's the ball.
He punched it right
on
out.
the ground.
So my biggest takeaway, and you hit almost everything pretty spot on, man, as a Ravens fan should. A real Ravens fan that's not blaming.
Everybody wants to blame Lamar.
Right.
Everybody wants to blame. It's just it's just a loss.
So I guess my overall, I'll just cut it short since I said I had a couple points, but you took care of them. My overall point is Lamar he erased everything that he did wrong in that game.
Right. Like I said, first half.
That final drive is so key. He comes out. I think I even said it to Kyle. I said, this is Lamar's moment right now. If he doesn't get them a touchdown, I gotta start.
Yeah,
I gotta start giving him his
I agree.
stinky roses.
I agree.
You know
I think if we didn't score that drive, it would have been more the same story. Like, oh, he's not meant for the big moment, this and that. But he took the big moment and scored.
He got it.
Yeah.
He threw a dot to Isaiah Likely, which is
he's got to be tight end 1.
He's got to be. It was very early in the season. I don't know what episode, but we were. I haven't been a Mark Andrews guy. I just never was. He was obviously a top tight end. He's proved it. He's got the stats, yada, yada, yada. I just never was. I don't know why. My buddy Justin Christ will back me up on this. I just never was. So when you guys had Likely showing up, I was all about Likely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think earlier in the season, I've been calling for it. I wish and I hope next season you guys put more play calling and more eyes and just more reps with Likely.
I think they should
try to get him involved.
I think they should both be on the field, but if it's going to be one, I think it's got to be a serious look now that Likely.
That connection with Lamar and Likely looks very good. I don't know why. It just looks good. When he's in trouble and he's looking for somebody to hit, it seems more likely than none that Likely's coming up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's been Andrews, actually. His go-to has always been Andrews.
In the past. Not this season. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Andrews went on an 8-game scoring streak.
Okay.
I'm just speaking real on it. Lamar and Mark Andrews have always had that connection. They're
8 out of 16, 50%.
That was just a streak.
Right,
I think he had 10 or 11 total.
Okay. Before that, he was garbage in the beginning. I gotta be real with that. He the first 5 games he was irrelevant.
The thing with Andrews,
even
though,
fantasy managers were pissed.
As a receiving, yes, but still as a tight end, he's a very good blocking tight end, which is why
the fullback.
He's going to be tight end. We need him at tight end. We just need him to not have his worst game in the biggest moment of it. That's what it is.
I got on a rant because for me, he's the reason why you guys lost.
I agree, but
100%.
But you can also go back to certain things earlier in the game, like that Lamar's fumble, Lamar's interception.
Absolutely.
So there's times where.
But if you get put in that position,
no, 100%. Like I said, it's tough for him to have his worst game in the biggest stage. Like that's the only problem.
For instance,
that's what sucks. It gets emphasized because of the timing of it.
You remember when Saquon dropped the pass earlier? I think it was week 2. We drove all the way down, and he drops it. He just drops it, and we lose the game. If he would have called it, he walks in, we win the game. Another moment to where that game I blamed all on Saquon. Everything that happened in the game.
Yeah, but you're not going to say bench Saquon, start Kenneth Gainwell.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't having that season.
I understand Mark Andrews had
I'm just talking
a
about
bad
that
game.
moment. That game, if you're giving somebody, if somebody's going to get the L, the blame, the scapegoat, it has to be Mark Andrews.
Yeah, for sure.
Has to be.
Again, there was times where you could put the blame on Lamar, but that was earlier in the game. Second half, he comes out, he erases that. He puts us in the position to win.
Right.
That's what you got to look at if you're talking about Lamar. I understand playoff losses, this, that. In the first 7 years, Peyton Manning, 3-5 playoff record, multiple MVPs, 0 Super Bowl appearances.
Hey, you can't take anything. My point is you can't take
Lamar's
nothing
in
away
the same
from
exact spot. 3-5 record, 7th year, multiple MVPs.
Get him a top receiver. Move Likely, get him more reps.
Well,
get defense, and you guys are.
That brings up another point.
You guys are us.
What does this game look like if we have a healthy Zay Flowers?
Absolutely,
a lot different. Because you know who that ball's going to, probably Zay Flowers or Rashad Bateman, who was also hurt.
The whole game's
not
different. The whole game's different.
Well, even in that last play, Bateman's not in the game because he got hurt earlier that drive. So it's like,
why wasn't Derrick Henry? I'm glad you. Hold on. I'm glad you brought that. Why wasn't he? Why wasn't he in the last 2 drives?
My thing is, one is because we're passing, and I don't think he's that great at pass protection or catching. As we saw earlier in the game, he dropped a wide open pass, which was also a crucial play. But speaking of Derrick Henry, this is nothing what you were just talking about earlier in the game. I think it was third quarter when we scored that. It was 21-19, and we had to go for 2. We had just ran down the field. I think 7 out of 9 plays were runs, and we were running through them.
Yeah,
2-point conversion.
That's when Henry
think you
scored.
I think you at least got to give Derrick Henry that shot to get that 2-point conversion after he scored because he was rolling. He was hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like necessarily doing that for the last 2-point attempt, but for the first one, why not give it to Derrick Henry, see if he can get you 2 yards?
Right.
At least one of those, I think, one of those 2-point plays should have been to Derrick Henry.
I just didn't like them not having him in that specifically the last drive. They got a touchdown out of it, so no harm, no foul. But
it's mainly because
not
of his
having
pass blocking and catching.
Right.
I think that's the main reason.
Me personally, I'm just saying my opinion. Me personally, as a coach, I got to have him in there as a decoy. I think that's the better call just with the linebackers.
The only problem with that is
send them out on a flurry.
The only problem is putting him in there as a decoy. You're taking a player out because if you put Justice Hill in there, he's a very good catching back. You're essentially just putting him in there as a loss. Yeah.
Depends how it all depends on your coaching scheme and how you want to run it.
Yeah.
They got the touchdown, so clearly it was the right call.
Last thing I wanted to say is this was definitely, like I said, the Ravens beat the Ravens. We didn't punt the ball once. We either scored or had a turnover.
A lot of teams going for it nowadays too. So that's the new NFL.
I don't think we missed a fourth down conversion either.
Don't punt no more.
Yeah, I don't think we had a fourth down conversion fail either. I think it was either we scored or we had a turnover. Literally. Tough. It's a tough way to end the season.
Yep.
We started the season losing by a toe. We end the season losing by some hands. Tough.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn, that's a great
Likely's toe and then Andrew's hands.
That's a great both tight ends.
Yep.
Oh. Damn.
Tough. It's tough. I think
a great way to wrap it up though.
I think for us going into the offseason, obviously we'll have some free agents not coming back, but I think we need to I think defense is the first key. Get a defensive back, maybe an edge rusher because Kyle Van Noy is older.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly wide receiver, like you said. I'd like to see us try and get T. Higgins, but that's just not.
I think that's the two moves
you
guys need to make.
It's not. I don't think getting a receiver like T. Higgins is realistic.
Tyreek Hill?
I don't think that's realistic either. We just don't pay receivers like that. So
maybe he wants to just come play with Lamar.
I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see. I'd like to
see
us try to do something.
Come on, Cheetah. Bring your ass to Maryland.
I see us signing somebody big like
Me
that,
too.
though.
Me too.
Maybe
after this,
it's most likely going to be defense, though.
Lamar was pissed.
I think it's most likely going to be defense.
Yeah.
That's all I got for that.
We'll see it.
NFC Championship game.
Let's go to Championship Week.
Championship Sunday. Commanders at Eagles. Philadelphia.
At the link. Be there or be square.
Philadelphia favored -5.5. Money line at -270. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I think that's a little generous. I think it's going to be a good game. I think a 3-point spread should be the call, to be honest. It might be a trap. I think that 5's a trap. That 6's a trap.
I don't know. The only thing, so I've been waiting for a Commanders L in this playoffs, and every time I thought they'd lose, I thought it'd be more than 6 points. So maybe this is the one.
I hope you're right, but
I've been wrong about the Commanders lately, so don't take that.
He stands on that.
Yeah, standing on it.
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be. Oh man, I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous about it because Jaden Daniels, he's my boogeyman. He's kind of in my dreams.
He's kind of gotten
taken the league over.
Right. He's got this is what I said about that for that Bucks game is where I just saw him kind of. It's like playoffs. We're on borrowed time. Nobody's going to pick us, so why not just go out there and try and do whatever the hell I can?
And he's
doing it. Yeah, that's the thing. He's doing it. I don't know, man. I think the Eagles are okay. Like you said, their defense is hot right now, which defense and Saquon's
if
hot.
Quinyon plays, I feel a lot better.
For sure.
If he doesn't play, I'm kind of iffy, but I still think our defense is good enough. A name that we have not talked about, at least I haven't as an Eagles fan, and this is on me, is Darius Slay. He showed out this against the Rams, lockdown, and he is our
playoffs. He's been locked down.
He is our number one corner.
Yeah.
So us having Slay, DeJean, a couple other younger guys, but just our front seven, I think, is enough to slow any team down in the NFL.
And I think that's how you slow down the Commanders. Obviously, Jaden is throwing the ball extremely well right now. He's very good with completion percentage. Like, he's a very accurate quarterback. But I think if you stop their run game, which has been very subpar, except for against the Lions, they got it going a little bit. If you can stop their run game, make Jaden pass
I think Brian Robinson had like 90 yards and 2 tutties.
Yeah. It hasn't been like that all year. Like, they have been struggling with the running game, rotating running back. So I think if you can stop their running game and make him pass it, again, he's a good passer. By all means, he's accurate, but I think you have to make them beat you with the pass. If they're running the ball, it's going to be a long game. I think it's going to be a shootout, back and forth.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
I think if you can shut down the run game, you guys have a much better chance.
So that leads me to ours. The reason why I have it. Go ahead.
And all the Commanders have to do is stop Saquon.
You can't. You can't. You literally can't.
I heard you ranting about it earlier.
Okay, you literally can't. Literally, that's what I see every week.
Stopping him is keeping him under 100 yards.
Which could win you a game.
That's what I'm saying.
It's literally impossible. You can't stop this guy. He's going to get his, and it matters if you can get yours, pretty much.
Right.
And our defense is arguably up there with Saquon being on like top tier level this year. So I really think we pull this one out. I'm a little nervous, just obviously because and I should be. Commanders are playing well. They're
just a hot team.
They're a hot team right now. Great young quarterback too. So it's going to be a good one. But look for the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl.
I was going to say this is where you want the link to show up and show out and make it uncomfortable for a rookie quarterback.
We normally do in some NFC championships.
Yeah,
we normally do. So
yeah, this one fell into your lap as a gift. So you guys got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and it's a division rival. I mean, this game is going to be intense, bro.
And I think one thing that helps you, because you always hear me talk about it. I mean, obviously,
I needed to hit on the Eagles.
It's just a fan. It's just a fan thing in me. But it's hard to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times. So it's kind of a good thing that you
in a row
that you split the season, the season matchup. You're 1-1 against them. So
at
it's
home too.
Rubber
we
match.
both won at home.
Right.
So everything's leaning towards the Eagles.
See, so those kind of things sit with me. Like I don't know. It's tough to beat. That's why going into this Bills game, I didn't see us blowing them out like we did the first time because it's hard to beat a team twice, especially blow them out. I mean, So
I think if you look at stat-wise, A.J. Brown versus the Commanders in Philly, I think he scored, and Kyle's checking for me. I think he scored every game.
You said A.J.?
A.J., and also has had over like probably 50, maybe close to 100 yards each game.
Yeah.
He loves playing the Commanders in Philly. I think it started with the year he got there. I think it was Forbes. Forbes they got into a talking thing, and it created that rivalry. But that's his team that he likes showing out against. So if we can get our passing game going, it's gonna be a nightmare.
I'm glad you said that. So that's one thing that I've noticed for you guys. This playoff so far is your passing game has been very, very
minimal.
Absent. Yeah,
minimal.
So it's. That's why I think everybody's saying if you stop Saquon, you have a chance. Well,
we don't need to. That's
right.
the point. Why would you throw the ball and risk an interception, risk an incompletion, risk anything, even though you have, not Deshaun Jackson. Wow. even though you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, all these weapons, why would you risk that when you have a dude that's running 6 yards a pop,
right? And I think that's part of it.
On a
damn near 70, he's like 6.8 a pop.
Man. Yeah. Why would you take that risk as a coach? You're dumb. Don't give in to the media.
Right.
I
think that's on par because I was like, looking at these last few.
Everybody wants you to lose when you're winning and you're hot like this. That's when the media. That's when critics. They're
trying to plant seeds.
Plant the seeds. They want you to lose. Just keep to your shit. Win the games. Run the ball.
And I
think
that's
when you need to.
I think that's why you haven't had to get into get into your passing game much, is because Saquon has been running the ball successfully. So why change it? Like, there's no reason.
No reason to.
Right. Until you're forced to.
I look for that to be the recipe. Honestly, I really do look for that to be the recipe to win us the Super Bowl, man. Out of all the teams that are still in it, Bills, Philly, Chiefs, Commies. I'm gonna have to say I think it's gonna be a Bills Philly Super Bowl. And I think that's when it's going to be Saquon versus Josh. It's going to be running.
Running back versus running back.
Yeah, no shit. But I think it's just going to come down to running and defense. And the Bills, I don't think have it, so I don't see anybody. I really don't. 3 teams left. I don't see anybody winning it.
Out of those 4 teams, the Bills have the best running game besides you guys. But in that Bills-Chiefs game, the Chiefs have the upper hand on defense. So
right.
I think you're there. I think Eagles are the most complete team left. And it's just all about execution.
I haven't said it as much as I have this episode, but I don't see anybody. I see us winning it this year.
It just comes down to execution. Like
facts, 100%.
Example: Ravens, Bills. I think we're a much complete team than the Bills.
No,
we just didn't execute.
Turnovers,
We just didn't execute.
No stupid turnovers coming this next game. Next 2 games. Literally 2 more games. You have 2 more games to win, and you are the Super Bowl champions.
Yep.
All right? So let's get it done.
It's got to be an NFC team, please.
Please. Come on, give it to us. Kyle, NFC team?
NFC team. Oh, Kyle's all the way in on that one.
Kyle's, yeah. Kyle's dad's commies fan.
I can't have...
So he's going for he's low key going for the commies.
I can't
have to put him in the doghouse.
I can't have Patty Mahomes winning another one, and I can't have Josh winning one before Lamar.
Facts. Before
Jalen can win one before Lamar. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
perfectly okay with that.
And I'm not cool with Jaden Daniels winning one before Jalen or
yeah.
Lamar.
I wouldn't necessarily like that either, but I definitely like it over Josh or
they're
or
my
Patty.
second pick.
Yep. Yeah. Whoever wins the NFC Championship has to win
it's
the Soupy.
my pick. Yep.
I'm with
that.
All right,
let's go to that second game.
AFC Championship, Bills at Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored -1.5.
The most hated, unless you're a fan of
-126 at home.
Unless you're a fan of these teams, this is probably the most hated matchup right now. Like, people just did not want to see this.
It's going to be, for the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, the final 3 out of 4 teams.
Maybe Bengals.
That's why I said 3 to 4, because that 4th team could rotate.
Bengals, Chargers, Denver.
Yeah. So Bills at Chiefs. I think the Chiefs. Oh man, I don't want either team. Can both teams lose? Please, can both teams lose?
Can you get a tie? No, you can't.
No, you can't.
I guess they go to the college football overtime rules then.
No, I think it's just straight up play till it's over. Like they don't do the 20-yard, like they kick off.
So when time's over again on that one,
restart it. If they do 15 minutes, and then if that goes out,
I got you.
Wind it back up.
No shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
So who you got in this? This is where it could go either way. It should be a toss-up.
The Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to flip that. I'm going to say the Chiefs are going to beat the Bills, mainly because the
Chiefs have won against the Bills 3-0 in the playoffs.
Yep. That's one reason. My second reason, it's in Kansas City. My third reason, Chiefs have a better defense than the Bills.
You got to have 4 reasons. Patty Mahomes has to be a reason.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Patrick. That's a given reason. You don't have to.
Cocksucker.
He is a cocksucker.
He is, dude. I can't even.
I was going out there and play my basketball.
Cocksucker.
He's a weenie.
Weenie Hut Jr.
L7 weenie.
They were feeling 22. I called it last time.
Yeah.
Feeling it.
And then you got vintage Travis Kelce. He's back. How long is he going to keep doing it for?
He's got a couple more.
He's got a billionaire wife though, or girlfriend.
I think he runs with Patrick until the wheels fall off, kind of thing.
Oh, he'll retire before Patrick, because Patty's got 8 years left on his deal. I think. No way Travis sticks. He's already like 33, roughly.
Okay. I'm gonna say 2 more years.
Yeah, I think it's about right. 35.
Yeah. Get one more. They're going to get one more.
No.
I mean, I don't want it. Ooh, that came out. Ooh.
He does not need it. He's 30.
He's 35. He's my age. Woo!
I told you. I knew he was up there. I didn't think he was that old.
He's in October. What's his birthday? October what? October 5th.
35.
Okay. October babies. We know how to do it.
So 2 years max.
We're superstars.
2 years max for sure.
Yeah.
No way.
So who you got in this?
I'm going Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch.
I've been seeing a lot of memes and Instagram posts and stuff about how they do the coloring schemes, and they're saying it's happening again.
Well,
it
was supposed to be Ravens 49ers last year to make that true, but
right,
because it was purple and red.
Okay,
so that's false.
Okay,
is it lined up for who though? Is it red and green?
Yeah, it's lined up for red and green, so it's no matter what Philly. But they're saying that it's Bills red or Chiefs red.
It could be Commanders red.
No, it's not. There's green in there. There's green in it. That's the giveaway. Who you got? You still haven't picked.
I said Chiefs. I said it 3 times.
Chiefs? I guess that's because I kind of don't want to see them. I'm going Bills.
You don't want to see the Bills?
No, I don't want to see the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Bills. I think we have a better shot of beating the Bills than the Chiefs.
I think you have a better shot of beating either, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
all about
yeah, we're winning
all
it.
about execution.
We're winning it. Come on.
Execution.
I want to slam this table.
Slam
Slam it.
it.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bills. I'm with you. It's going to be execution. If Josh Allen plays the way he's been playing all season and has that dog, I'm tired of being a bully. Like I've been saying, he's done. He's done being a bully. He's taking this bitch and running with it, literally.
Mm-hmm.
If he plays that kind of ball, I don't think the Chiefs have a chance. I really don't. I think the Bills win not. I'm gonna say it comfortably. If Josh is playing the way he's playing, I think they just come in there and just show them we're done. You're not 3-0. You're not gonna be 4-0 against us. Not happening.
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be like a 24-21 or like a 27-24 type of game.
Let's go score predictions for the conference championship.
Okay. Eagles Commanders. We'll start with that one.
Let's go.
What's you're the fan? Let's see what the score is.
I should go last on this because it's my birds.
No, you're the fan. You go first.
Fan first. All right, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Eagles win 34-27. 34-27.
I actually like that one. I'm gonna say Eagles 31.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders 27.
27's
I
a
think
nice
they cover
number.
that spread.
You like that? Yeah. All right, Kyle, what you got?
Yeah, Eagles 27.
Eagles 27.
Commanders 17.
Commanders 17.
Ooh, defensive game. I love that, Kyle. Hey, a lot of sevens in there.
Alrighty. Bills Chiefs. I got Chiefs 24. Bills 21. I'm going to stick with that one.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'll take Bills 24. Chiefs 23.
So you're going Chiefs and you're going Bills. I'm going to have to go Bills. It's going to be cold, right? Yeah, they're in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I'm going to go Bills 27, Chiefs 24.
Yeah, I like that score as well.
Thank you.
Feels like a good spot.
Thank you.
I like the Chiefs 27.
I'm feeling
I like
good.
the Chiefs
I'm
20.
feeling good over
I
here.
just like that 27-24. I think that's about right.
I'm feeling good over here.
All right.
Might have to run one of those.
Oh, I'm definitely going to just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it.
$5.
What's $5?
What's $5?
I got 5 on it.
$5 can't even get you a fucking Happy Meal anymore.
That's
Might as well
so
try and win some money with
bro.
it.
Yeah, that's so sad, bro.
Oh boy.
They used to be like $4.99.
Well,
Got a toy, got a burger, got some
So,
fries, a drink.
second
Toys were
quarter.
legit. Now they're just giving you like puzzles and coloring books and shit.
Yeah.
They used to give you like legit toys. Remember them Pokemon toys with the golden? You used to get at Burger King. Them things were like an extra $10. My dad used to be pissed. When
Remember
I'd
the
be like,
Monopoly game? That used to be fun.
Yeah,
You
those
collect,
were
get
always
free
fun.
stuff.
You got
Yeah.
free fries. Yeah, bring that back. Bring that back.
I got Park Place one time, and I was hoping for the other one. I think it was Park Place, which was
Boardwalk or Broadway. Is it Broadway?
the two big ones where you could get like $1 million.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
had one of them, and I was
I think
like,
it's Boardwalk.
"Mom,
and
I'm gonna get the
Park
other
Place,
one."
Some shit like that.
Never got close. No chance. What if anybody ever won that?
Anyways, let's move on to some college foosball.
Not much to really talk about. National championship is happening right now. It is
Right now,
currently
right now.
14-7 in the second quarter.
The Ohio State is winning 14-7.
We're crawling up on halftime.
Shout out D.
We
Come
actually,
on.
hey, we need this touchdown because we have the first half
What was
spread.
what was the first quarter spread?
It was a tie game.
I
Did I take that too?
think you did. I think you said you liked it.
I
Damn
thought I thought it was first half.
No, I think it's first quarter.
I'm gonna check on that. Start with let's get to some NBA hoops.
We're just gonna skip this.
What
Who
is there to
scored?
talk about?
I don't know who scored.
I don't know. There's,
All right, whatever. We'll just,
well, there's. What are we gonna talk about?
The game that we're watching.
I'm waiting for you.
I was just pulling up the stats. I actually wanted to see if that slip busted. Will Howard right now is 10 for 10, 84 yards and a tutty, so he's looking all right. Pass the ball, Ohio. Pass the ball. They can't run the ball. Leading rusher is 27 yards. Notre Dame, though. Riley Leonard is 4 for 8 right now.
I was gonna look at my bet to see what I put in.
See what you put in.
Yeah. All right.
I already got a screenshot, so I can tell
Yeah,
you.
I did. I don't know if I did the first quarter. I know I did first half.
First
but I don't...
quarter winner, Ohio State. Dang.
Yeah,
dang. Dang. Yep, that's a bust. The Ohio State, never bet on them because they're choke artists. You know what? Since I lost my money, I hope Notre Dame comes back. F these mofos. I'm switching up my pick.
They're about to score again.
Nah, get
Actually,
them.
no, they're on the other side of the field.
Get them.
All right.
Let's
NBA
talk some hoops.
Some NBA hoops. Go ahead and start with the hot.
Who's hot and who's not? We go hot first.
Do your hots. I'll do my not. Or we can do one and one.
1 and 1.
Yep. Go east. I'll go east. Then you go west. I'll go west.
Start with the East. Hot East. We have the Bucks on a 4-game win streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Hornets on a 3-game win streak. They're 4-6 in their last 10. The Cavs just beat my Suns. They're on a 2-game win streak. 8-2 in their last 10. The Pacers are 2-game win streak. 8-2 in their last 10. Let's go ahead and move to the not.
Not hot in the East. We got the 76ers on a 6-game losing streak, 2-8 in their last 10. Bulls, 5-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. The Magic, 3-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. The Wizards, bad basketball, 0-10.
10 games.
10-game losing streak, 0-10 in their last 10.
I don't know why I was doing all that. That's
Brutal.
just bad. That's bad basketball. That's what bad basketball makes me feel like. Just
That
just gives me-
BBC, Bad Basketball Central.
Whoa. Gives me the icks. You're wild for that.
Kyle said earlier.
No.
I had to bring
Kyle
it back.
ain't say nothing.
He did say it. I had to bring it back.
Oh, boy.
I said Bad Basketball Central. He says, whoa, BBC?
No. Let's go hot in the West. We got the Clippers, 4-game win streak, 6-4 in their last 10. Memphis, 3-game win streak, 6-4 in their last 10. The Nuggies, 2-game win streak, 7-2 in their last 10. The Kings, 2-game win streak. They're coming up, 9-1 in their last 10. Look for them to. Hey, we've been bagging on the Kings a lot, so I low-key like the Kings. That's why I'm kind of
The
going with
Kings.
it. Yeah, they're not bad. Sacramento.
DeMar DeRozan's there. Don't forget it.
And they got Fox.
De'Aaron Fox.
I'm a big Fox guy.
And that
All right, let's hit the knot.
Big fucker Sabonis.
Sabonis.
Not hot in the
Boner.
West. We got the Jazz. Jazz, 2-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. Spurs, 3-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. Trailblazers, 1-game win streak, but 3-7 in their last 10. Mavericks, 1-game losing streak, and you guessed it, 3-7 in their last 10. All of them were 3-7 in their last 10. So that'll wrap up the not hot list. Let's go to some games coming up this week. We got on Tuesday a 5-game slate. Only one that I really like here. 76ers at Nuggets. Wednesday, 9-game slate.
Take a drink.
I had to take a deep breath.
Yeah, jeez, breathe, dude, breathe.
My lips
breathe.
are dry
Slow
as
it down
hell.
for the
I need
listeners.
some
Slow it down.
chapstick. Wednesday, 9 games. Pistons at Hawks. Wolves at Mavericks. Warriors at Kings. And Celtics at Clippers. A few that I like. Thursday, 9-game slate. Spurs and Pacers are in Paris.
Of course,
Yeah, they had to put the Spurs out there for the
the freak.
French freak. Well, I guess you can't do that because we got the Greek freak.
Yeah, he's the French freak.
The
I would-
the frisky Frenchie.
Faggot Frenchie.
Whoa!
Dropping that bomb.
There it is.
Hey, I don't like French people. It is what it is.
What's wrong with the French?
They're weak. They cry about everything. They would be speaking German and something else if we didn't save their ass twice
They like nudity.
and not shaving.
That's fair.
So you're not getting all the nudity because there's going to be a big push there. How did we get here?
Heat at Bucks on Thursday.
Big Bucks.
Mavericks at Thunder, and then Celtics at Lakers. Friday, 3-game slate. Nothing great there. Saturday, a massive 14-game slate.
Massive.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here that I like. Nope, that's not 6. Let's try 5. Nuggets at Wolves. Celtics at Mavericks. Rockets at Cavs. Lakers at Warriors, and Bucks at Clippers. And then only one game on Sunday. Not a great game. So let's get to some college hoops.
Let's get to it.
Do it.
Do it.
So we got
Bacardi
our top.
Cola, do it.
We got our top 10. Auburn stays at number 1.
Give Sugar Daddy a cheek. Give me a peck on the cheek over here. Huh?
Number
Do
2.
it.
Number 2. Duke moves up a spot. Iowa State drops down a spot to number 3.
Why'd they drop?
They lost to WVU.
Mm.
Number 4, Alabama stays there. Number 5, Florida stays there. Tennessee stays at 6. Houston moves up 3 spots to number 7. Michigan State moves up 4 spots to number 8. Kentucky drops 1 to number 9. And then Marquette drops 3 to number 10 after that loss to Xavier.
They're still hanging in there, though. My pick's still hanging in there.
They'll be dangling for a while. All right. So we got this last week's Fab Fives, both missed.
Yeah, Tuesday missed by 1, and we just got slaughtered on Saturday. Tuesday we had Auburn over Mississippi State. They won. Bama lost to Ole Miss, and that was the kicker. It was an upset. We had no idea. We were riding Bama's hot wagon, and it cooled off on us.
And then it backfired on Saturday as well.
Yep. Kentucky, to finish it off for that Fab Five, Kentucky beat Texas A&M. Wisconsin beat Ohio State, and Arizona beat Baylor. Saturday, we got crushed. Kentucky ended up beating Bama, or
losing to Bama,
Bama, and we thought Bama was going to lose that one.
That game was 97-102.
Yeah, it was
no overtimes. That's
killer
insane.
Game. Yeah. They were on. It was a good game.
So that's an NBA score.
Another good game was UConn and Creighton. We chose UConn. Creighton got the upset. That's that Big East battles that we talk about all the time on this show. Good basketball, especially when they're at home. I think they were in Creighton.
I think it was a UConn.
Were they?
I believe so.
Oh, man. Dan Hurley is down bad out there.
Kyle's going to check for us.
I think it was. Now, because I watched the game, and I think I was surprised that UConn was actually down the whole game. Creighton was just balling the whole time.
Yeah, they opened up the season top 5 in the rankings. They're down to 19 now.
Sheesh. That was my actually first pick, I believe.
Yeah.
It was UConn. And then I moved to – because I can see it. I can just see they're not the same team.
Right.
Without Donovan Clingan.
It was at UConn. Okay. Kyle confirmed.
Shout
out Cal.
Shout out Cal. Hey, and then we moved to a one that we did call pretty right. Florida did cover against Texas.
They covered easily.
Easily. We kind of knew that Texas was going to let off the gas. Me as a fan, I know they're not for real in the basketball department.
They were covering a lot of games.
They're not for real in the football department either.
There you go.
But
till Arch gets there.
Let it out.
Till Arch
right?
gets there.
But yeah, they're not for real in the Texas or not in the not for real in the basketball department. I think that they are a scary team, so they will have a couple upsets this year, and we called a couple of them already. Auburn beats Georgia.
Close.
We were right about that one. And Marquette loses to Xavier for another X that we had.
You said
Big East, man.
Yeah, you said if that was also a close one, 2-point game there. You said if Georgia beats Auburn, we really got to take them into consideration for the SEC. I think even with this loss, we still do because they only lost by 2 points to the bona fide number 1 right now.
No, I'm with it.
So they're a team that's could cause some problems come tournament time.
Definitely with it. I'm not writing them off.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. Let's go to some games. Actually, before we go to the games to watch, let's go over the new segment that we were kind of going to introduce. Kind of like a upset.
I didn't dive
week.
into mine.
That's all right. That's all right. We can dive into it as we're going.
I'll find one. Yeah, I'll find it.
So for this past week, as you know, the last couple episodes, I've been calling. Klings has been calling me. I've been calling.
He's been calling himself.
Yeah, I've been calling upsets of the week for college basketball. The last 2 weeks, I've been 2 for 2 on some decent upsets.
Yeah, I jumped on the train last week and swung and missed.
Swung and missed. That's all right. We got to swing.
It was a big swing.
You got to swing to
It's
hit.
a big swing.
You got to swing. Hey, big bats over here.
Power swing.
Yep, that's what we do. But last week I took the upset of the week was number 2 Iowa State at West Virginia. I don't know why, but it just stuck out to me that West Virginia, when they're playing at home, they can almost compete with anybody. And Iowa State was just, they have shooters, but you're gonna cool off. You know what I mean?
Yep, I got mine, and I feel like you're gonna pick it.
Oh, I like it. But anyway, so my upset of the week hit last week. I'm 2 for 2. We're going to move to these games to watch and be listening for this upset picks.
Upset alert.
Oh, you want to start?
That's what you're listening for.
Okay. Upset alert. So when you
All
hear
right.
that corny upset alert, when you hear that, one of us do that. That
Upset
means
alert, upset
we
alert,
got
upset
it.
alert.
Upset alert. Upset alert.
All right.
Paging Dr. Faggot.
Tuesday, he's all the way in now.
Yeah.
You cut it loose.
It is what it is.
Cancel him.
I support anybody that wants to do whatever they want to do. It's just a word. It is what it is. I'm sorry. All right?
Cancel him.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, Tuesday, what do we got?
Tuesday. Let's go to Tuesday. We got ASU going to WVU. Number 23 WVU now. They're ranked.
Let me ask you before we start.
Go ahead.
What day is your upset on?
I have 2, and I haven't.
What's your you don't know which one you're picking yet?
Not yet.
Mine's on Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Let's keep it rolling. ASU goes to WVU. Number 22, Mississippi State goes to Texas. Vandy at number 4, Bama. Number 14, Mississippi State at Tennessee. That's going to be a good one. Number
I
6,
think you said
Tennessee.
Mississippi State twice. Missouri goes to Texas. Yeah.
It says Mizzou. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Number 22, Mizzou at Texas. That's the earlier one. Number 14, Mississippi State at number 6, Tennessee. Ohio State at number 11, Purdue. UCF at number 3, Iowa State. And number 18 at UCLA. Those are the games to watch on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. So
Let's go ahead and pick our Fab 5 out
yeah,
of that.
let's keep doing our Tuesday Fab 5 and Saturday Fab 5. It seems like those are the big slate days.
Yep, let's do it. So let's keep it with Tuesday. Since
right.
we just got those
Yep.
read off and fresh.
So Tuesday.
I like Bama over Vandy money line.
Okay. I like that too.
I also like Purdue over Ohio State money line.
Okay.
That was another upset that I called last week. We'll get to that on Saturday. I called that Purdue versus Oregon. I think you took Oregon. You said Purdue wasn't the same without Zach Edey, and they're not, but they got some pieces still.
I like Missouri over Texas.
I do too. I'd like Texas to cover.
What they actually have their spread here. The spread is only 2.5.
Oh, yeah, just take Mizzou money line.
Actually,
Or do you like the Texas upset?
Texas is favored.
I still say take Mizzou. I think this is a game we fumble.
Okay. Let's do it.
I know my boys.
Let's do it.
We'll fumble this one.
How about WVU?
So, upset alert.
That's your upset again?
Yeah, them losing to ASU.
That's your upset alert.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it. That's my upset.
All right.
I'm going to put a big old star.
All right, so we're leaving that off the Fab 5.
Yeah, leave that off.
So
We need
I
two more.
do like Tennessee at home against Mississippi State, but it's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I'm with you if you want to ride that. The other one that I do like for sure is Iowa State at UCF.
I like that too. I just don't know what that's going to look like.
I feel comfortable taking
Let me
Iowa
see
State
what
at home. They just lost to West
They
Virginia.
should have a spread on this. It is, they're minus 15.5. The money line's minus 1,000.
Oh man, so
Minus 3.5 alternate spread.
yeah,
Alternate spread number 6 on FanDuel.
I like it. Yeah, just hit the alternate spread, the lowest one, whatever it ends up being.
It's probably gonna be minus 3.5 would be my guess. Maybe
And
it
then-
might be lower. Who knows?
So this is the big decision. Do you want to do the Tennessee money line, or my other vote is Wisconsin over UCLA?
I think that. Let me see what the UCLA is favored.
I like Wisconsin.
I like Wisconsin too because we got screwed by UCLA a little bit ago.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go Missouri, Tennessee, Purdue, Iowa State -3.5 or whatever the lowest spread option is going to be, and Wisconsin. So take us to Wednesday.
Hold on. I have Mizzou, Bama, Purdue, Iowa State, Wisconsin.
I meant to say Bama and I said Tennessee. So that is Missouri, Bama.
Okay.
Missouri, Bama, Purdue, Iowa State, lowest spread you can get, and then Wisconsin.
That's
So
it.
one more. Yeah, I'm
Fab
doing one more
five.
time because I've screwed up. Missouri, Bama, Purdue, Iowa State, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Take us to Wednesday.
Let's go to Wednesday. Just 2 games that I have to check out. Utah visits number 7 Houston. I like an upset here. This was another upset that I was deciding between. I like Utah to beat Houston here. I don't think Houston's the same team that we've been seeing the last couple years.
Yeah.
Utah is actually a hot team too. The big game to watch on Wednesday is number 13 Texas A&M at number 16 Ole Miss. This one's a good one.
Yeah, it should be a banger.
I want to say Ole Miss takes care of business, but Texas A&M's hot, so it's just going to be a banger. I really don't know who to pick.
Right.
Definitely fun one to watch. We can go to Thursday.
Thursday.
There's only one game to watch, and I wanted to bring it up because it's another upset that I like. We should make an upset slip, to be honest.
Well, you can't because
You're
they're
right,
different
it's too
days. That's the
far.
only problem. I know, it's annoying.
So Thursday, Maryland, the Terps, they go to number 17 Illinois. I think Maryland is all right this year. I think they're playing good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And Illinois, I mean, they're good. But if they have a high-powered offense going against them, which I think Maryland has right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think they can steal that.
Look for Derek Queen to go off if
Yep.
that's the case.
Yep. Let's move to Friday. We only have 2 games here as well. Number 21, Michigan at number 11, Purdue. I got to take Purdue on that one. So if you do end up getting on some Friday fun, take Purdue money line.
That should be a really good one, actually.
It's
Michigan
gonna be
at Purdue.
it's going to be a good game, but I see Purdue holding that one off. Let's go UCLA at Washington for the night game. The reason why I put that on there is both of their records are worth it to watch. So if UCLA loses this game, that's going to be our team that we beat up on this year. Like, we're just going to pick whoever plays UCLA.
Well, we need them to lose to Wisconsin first.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they lose to Wisconsin, we're going to be beating up on them.
Yeah, because I think we picked them 2 weeks ago and they screwed us. I think so.
Nasty
Fuck 'em.
taste in our
Yeah,
mouth.
fuck 'em.
Right. Facts.
Saturday, we got number 3 Iowa State at Arizona State. 13 Texas A&M at Texas. Upset alert time. I'm taking Texas at home against a rival Texas A&M. Seems like a game they're going to get up for.
We were just talking about Texas A&M being a up and coming team, or just a hot team right now.
Yeah.
If they end up winning against Ole Miss, which I could see, they're going to be sleeping coming into Texas, and Texas is going to get that win. I could definitely see that.
I need them to lose Tuesday and then come out with a vengeance on Saturday.
Yep.
And then we got Georgia at number 5 Florida. Number 16, Ole Miss at number 22, Missouri. Number 7, Houston at 12, Kansas. Number 6, Tennessee at number 1, Auburn. And LSU at number 4, Bama. So a nice slate on Saturday. Bunch of top 25 matchups there. So, slip time.
Let's get a Fab 5 for
Fab
Saturday. Saturday's Fab 5. Let's run it. I got my first pick that I would like to throw out there. Iowa State at ASU.
Iowa State, I'm assuming.
Yes, please.
Okay, I like that too. And I like Florida at home against Georgia.
Even though
I don't know. I do.
I'm with it, but
I'm
you're the one that said Georgia. Now
I'm respecting Georgia, but I think Florida.
You're respecting more.
Yes,
I'm with that.
and they're at home.
Yep.
So that if Florida loses this one,
Gator basketball, bro, when they're good, they're good.
right? And I don't know.
They're notorious for winning.
If Georgia wins this one, then I'm back. I'm taking them for real.
Back on the dogs.
Yeah. Who else we got here?
Let's go with how do you feel about your pick? Kansas
I
and
like
Houston.
that one.
You like that one?
I do like that one.
Let's go Kansas. Jayhawks.
This one's going to be a nice slip. because of the
I'm a
matchups.
Longhorns fan going for Kansas. Somebody beat me up.
Hey, money doesn't see
Hey, money
teams.
don't lie. Money talks.
So we need two more.
Two more. I like Bama over LSU.
I like that too. We might have to take an alternate spread there.
Yeah.
If it's like a minus 1,000, just discretion. Take it at your own discretion.
I would take the lowest. My discretion. What my advice is, take the lowest one because LSU is a decent team. This is an SEC fight, so it could be a trap game. But I definitely like Bama to win.
You can probably take Bama's money line based on some of the others pick. Like Kansas, that money line is going to be high.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with the odds.
Yes.
For this one.
Yeah. All right. One more.
No, we got 5.
No, I got 4.
No. You're right.
One,
Right.
two, three,
Unless you want to
4.
take Texas.
I don't really. I think I'd rather take
That's just your
Auburn
upset.
I think I'd rather take Auburn at home against Tennessee. Fuck Tennessee.
I know. I don't like that. I see that. I see Tennessee giving Auburn some trouble there. I really do. I really do, bro. I don't want to do it. I don't. My gut's saying no.
Did he score
Listen to me.
33?
Listen to me on this one. Come on. That's the game we do not touch.
All right, so I'll listen to you. Who are you picking then? What's the last one? Take us home if you want that pressure.
Pressure. Can I put a little bit of pressure on you? Let's go.
Because there's only 2 other games to pick from.
I really feel like Ole Miss is going to beat Mizzou.
We can do it.
We can do it. I like it.
We can do it.
Let's do it. Come on. That's what we're here for. Upset alert.
Xavier over UConn. That's an upset I could see happening.
I don't know if UConn loses twice. Upsets. That's what you got to watch out for. When they get smacked in the mouth, they come back.
That's facts.
Dan Hurley had them boys running. They were hurling.
All right, so who'd you say? Ole Miss?
I think we got, all right, I think this is the 5. Iowa State over ASU. Florida over Georgia. Ole Miss over Mizzou. Kansas over Houston. Bama over LSU.
And if you don't like that Ole Miss, I'm gonna run both of them. I'm gonna do that one, and then I'm gonna put Auburn instead of Ole Miss.
Okay. You're gonna be upset.
I might.
You will.
I won't be upset if Ole Miss wins because I'll have both. So we got Iowa, Florida, Kansas, Bama, and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Anything else you got for college ball before we move to that Top Tuesday?
Nope.
Top Tuesday time.
Tuesday.
All right, so we're going to keep it with an NFL theme for the NFL playoffs. So our top 5 NFL players to never win a championship.
This should be good.
So
we should have a lot of different names here.
I know Klings, we don't know each other's list, but I know he said he went with everybody that was part of our generation that we watched. I have 2 legends on there, and then I went with the rest that I have seen.
Yeah, just keeping the same theme with my personality. I respect anybody that played
Before
a sport and you know to that highest level and caliber. I respect it all, but if I didn't get to watch it, it's just not in my book. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like I still respect it. It's still the stats, everything's there, but I don't know. It's just not in my list. I'm not thinking about it.
It's fair.
Unless I got to see it.
Number 5, I got LaDainian Tomlinson, or LT.
He's on my list.
Yeah, so he
Definitely.
top 3 running back during our lifetime.
Absolutely.
I mean, now obviously the second wave of running backs like Derrick Henry, Saquon, like those guys.
Seasons. LT had a couple seasons to where he was number 1.
Yeah, LT was different.
He was that dude.
He's a lot of fun to watch. The dark visor,
man.
That light blue, powder blue uniforms.
Oh man, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
And then he had his signature touchdown celebrations, and everybody was doing that as a kid. Backyard football,
the little flip, the little
yeah,
yeah. LT definitely is in my list.
Number 5.
No,
who you got?
Number 5. It's hard to put LT over this dude, but I did. Randy Moss, number 5.
Okay.
Randy Moss is my number 5. He's my number 1 receiver to play the game. It's arguable, obviously, but nobody was like Randy.
Randy was different.
And for him to go 16-0,
and then they lose to the Giants,
not get a ring,
Yeah, that was wild.
putting up dumb numbers. I don't even know how many he had that season. I think he had like 25 touchdowns, something like
Stupid
that.
numbies.
It's ridiculous. Randy Moss, number 5 for me.
Kyle, who's your number 5?
Number 5 got Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry
Fitz.
Fitzgerald.
Man, maybe we won't have a lot of the
So,
same guys.
Now, speaking of which, my number 4, Larry Fitzgerald.
My number 4, Larry Fitzgerald.
actually?
It is
No shit.
actually right there. It's in black and white.
Yeah, now Larry
Fitz.
is a legend.
Let's glaze Larry a little bit.
He is a legend. I think they had the thing with him is he didn't have a great surrounding cast his
Ever.
whole career. They had that Super Bowl run with
Bolden.
Kurt Warner.
Bolden.
Old Kurt.
Who was their runner? David Johnson.
No,
That wasn't
No.
that run.
I feel like they
had
might
a
have
run.
had-
They had a run with David Johnson though.
yeah, that was later. I think that was after Kurt Warner was gone.
Okay.
I think their running back might have.
Carson Palmer. That's who was there with David Johnson. Carson Palmer.
I don't know. For some reason, I want to say no. That doesn't sound right. I was
What?
going to say Edgerrin James, but I don't think
Edgerrin James was there for Kurt Warner's.
was it. I think so. I thought so.
Yep.
Yeah, but Larry, absolute legend, some of the best hands in the game.
Arguably,
ever.
arguably the best because I mean the one stat that
Oh,
sticks
more
out to
tackles
me,
than
he has more
drops.
tackles than he has drops as
Yeah.
a receiver.
Yeah, that's insane.
As a receiver, you have more tackles. Like just let that sink in for a second.
He played a long time too.
You're playing receiver and you have more tackles than you have drops. So the drops are the thing that is definitely looked at as your position, not tackles.
Right.
But you have more. It's an insane
And I think
stat.
that's-
It will never get touched.
I think that's telling to what I just said about him not having a great supporting cast his career.
The
He's-
fact that he had to
he
get
had to make
tackles,
tackles, right.
had to make tackles. No, that's definitely huge. The fact that they actually used to put him on special teams for kickoff. I'm
So
pretty
that was
sure
your number 4?
that was my number 4.
Who's
Larry
your number
Fitz.
4, Cal? You want to come over here? We got number Cal.
Cal,
Number 4 for Cal.
4.
Get up.
My number 4 is Megatron. Calvin
Mega.
Johnson.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
That's one I left off my list.
Same. I
Ar-
didn't even.
Honorable mention, Megatron. Put
No,
him in.
that's a great one. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah. So I'm. Go ahead, Kyle. Why do you like Megatron in there? Why is he your number 3? Give us some.
Number 4. He's
Oh,
at 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us some juice.
I put him at number 4 because basically every time he was out there, they were triple covering him, double covering him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you couldn't
You
stop him.
couldn't cover him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they couldn't cover
That's
him.
how it was.
You know, he is. If his career was longer, I think he probably would have been up there with Randy as arguably the best receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a freak,
A freak of
absolute
nature.
freak.
He was basically like Wemby going to the NBA
Right,
in the position wise. Like you just seen him out there running a
Or like Kevin
4 or
Durant.
5
like 7-foot
Facts.
shooter, like
Just
just can
stupid.
move.
Changed the game.
Facts.
Definitely changed the game. You had a lot of bigger receivers coming out after Megatron,
Mhm.
and that was the comparison.
Julio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's baby Megatron kind of thing. Josh Gordon
Mm-hmm.
would have been a animal.
Top 5 could haves.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Next Tuesday, maybe after the NFL season.
It's gonna be a lot of Browns on there.
Sorry, D. Let's
Number
go
3.
Number 3. Who you
Mine
got?
is Randy.
Randy
Randy
okay.
Moss.
Gotta have him up there. I'm mad that I have him at 5, but when you see my next couple, you'll see. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Randy Moss.
Yeah, so we don't need to touch back more on that. It's Randy.
You got any other special stats to throw out there for
No,
him?
it's Randy.
Just the fact that he's literally what you.
I'm in the same boat as
you
he's my
literally
number one
use his
receiver.
last name to call a catch.
Right, you got Most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's well known.
He's my number one receiver as well.
Shout out Randy. Randy, hopefully he's getting better.
Facts.
Yeah, because that's a tough one because he changed his career around.
Yeah.
He went from being basically a George Pickens problem to arguably the best receiver in the game to ever play the game.
Number 3.
Number 3, I got.
3, my lord.
Number 3, I got a big guy. This one might get some heads. Antonio Gates.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Antonio Gates was an absolute animal, and just a real sneak peek. My number 2 is Chargers players as well. We already had LT on here. My number 2 sneak peek is a Chargers player as well. The fact that they don't have a ring, and Kyle's giving me that look because he has the same name. No? Okay. but he knows who I'm talking about. Mr. 28 Kids himself. But Antonio Gates was his go-to guy. He played college ball. He changed for me what I got to see growing up. He changed tight end at the game. Him and Tony G. Is that on your list?
Mm-hmm.
Tony G.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when tight ends started coming around, I believe we had the Eagles. We had L.J. Smith, and for some reason I didn't like the guy. So I always wished I had one of these other tight ends, and then that's when I started noticing that tight ends that's a quarterback's best friend.
Yeah.
So if you have a solid tight end,
It's a
chances
coach's
are
best friend if you can block and catch.
exactly.
Yeah.
Chances are you're going to have a decent quarterback. You
Right.
are if you have a good tight end. That's where it's going to start. So Antonio Gates, got to give it to him. Never got a ring. Should have Hall of Famer. Can play two sports dominantly.
Mhm.
Just an animal. That's my number 3. Who you got, Kyle?
Solidified the slam dunk celebration.
Mhm.
I think it's a penalty these days. I don't think you can
It
do
is.
it. That's so dumb.
I believe Travis
That's-
Kelce just got it.
Yeah, it's so dumb. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is. Who you got?
LT.
He's got LT. So LT cracks the list for all of us.
Mhm.
Larry Fitz cracks the list for all of us. And Randy Moss cracks the list for all of us.
And then number 2, I got Tony Gonzalez.
Tony G, baby.
Yeah, so I debated between him and Antonio Gates, but since I have LT on there, I didn't want to put another Charger.
Yeah.
So I went with Tony Gonzalez. Long-ass career,
Mhm.
solid throughout
Many
from
quarterbacks.
rookie. Yeah, many quarterbacks,
too.
different team, 2 different teams.
Tony G played 2 different
Chiefs, Falcons.
Falcons. Wow.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember him playing so much in the Falcons uniform? Was
He was
that
there
his
for a
first?
while.
Was
No,
that his
he
first?
finished
It
with
was
the
like
Falcons.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's he was just a same thing with Antonio Gates. Like you said, they changed the tight end position. Like they were
Mhm.
just freaks, massive human beings that could
Facts.
catch the football. Just change the tight end position.
I got number 2. I got Phillip Rivers.
Oh, Philly.
I believe that Phillip Rivers
Dadgummit.
is definitely one of those guys that just should have had a ring. He played so long at such a high level, won so many awards for passing, so many accolades his name's up there for, and he just never got a ring.
There's a bunch of Chargers on this kind of list too, because you could put like Junior Seau on there as well.
So I've mentioned it a couple times. I low key like the Chargers. Like that's like one of my AFC. I think it's the uniforms, and just back in the day seeing LT, all these guys, Phillip Rivers, LT, Antonio Gates, those guys should have won a ring. They were dominant. They were good.
They should have never left San Diego.
Should have never left San Diego. Just man,
They had good solid teams
I
throughout
think
those
Phillip
years.
Rivers for me definitely is arguably my number 1. But
Fandom aside,
fandom aside, but he's arguably my number 1.
yeah. Cal, number 2.
If Peyton didn't get 1 or 2, he would be obviously number 1. But
So for my number 2, I got Mr. All Day AP.
beat your kids.
He's on my honorable mentions. I thought about putting him in number 2 actually, but yeah,
Number 1 dad out there.
I saw his son's.
Beat your kids. Raise your kids right.
I saw his son is starting to cook in youth league, and someone said, "Is that the one? Is that the kid?" Is that the kid?"
yeah. You got a little discipline, and look at him out there.
Or I think the
Come on
actual
now.
comment was, "Is that the one that got his ass beat?"
Yeah, so that's unfortunately that's what he's going to be known for. But anybody who's a parent
All day.
knows that probably got taken way out of context.
Yeah.
But he had a great career, arguably one of the best running backs. I hate that he came from Oklahoma. Fuck them. But when he came to the league, everybody knew he was about to be a dog, and he
Yeah.
was. That's why I don't like Mark Andrews
That's
either.
exactly why I don't
That's
like
exactly
Mark
why. I don't like the Sooners. Fuck
Nah,
them.
he was-
Baker's the only one that gets a pass for me.
AP was a dog.
Let's
Number
go.
1,
Number 1.
I got Barry Sanders.
Barry.
So the reason I have Barry Sanders is because literally the reason he retired early is because they couldn't win. Like he probably could have been the best running back in
Kinda
history.
like Megatron.
Right.
He didn't,
Same
he
spot.
Didn't want to leave.
Right.
Didn't want to be disloyal, but also
And that's why I have him at number 1
Sacrifice.
is because literally the reason he retired is because they never won a championship or they weren't building in that direction. So he
Mhm.
said, "Screw it, I'm gonna hang it
they'd
up."
get close and then
So he like I said, he could have arguably been the best running. He already is without a full career, but
right.
imagine he plays a full career. He was
on a
just
winning
insane.
team. Imagine he doesn't have that loyalty,
Right.
and it's kind of like how it is now, and you just go to wherever to win.
Yeah,
He could have definitely easily won. A lot of these guys probably could have did that.
that's facts.
Loyalty has went out the window.
You're
I'm
right on
being
with that.
real.
It's when these players were around, loyalty was
Huge. Huge.
Now it doesn't. You chase a chip no matter what.
So I'm glad we got on this little talk about loyalty right before I speak my number one. My number one is B-Dogs. It's an arguable number one. Obviously, it's a lot of mostly fandom, but he was loyal for so many seasons. Helped us have a top tier defense with Jim Johnson for over a decade, and for him to not get a ring, it's salty. And it's salty to me. That 2004 season.
That was the one.
That was the one. We lost to Tom Brady. By
I know, and you could have
kick.
kept Tom Brady from getting another one. Damn it!
It was a double fail. But B-Dogs not getting one to me is huge. But with the loyalty part, that's where I kind of seen the NFL change. Once B-Dogs went from Philly to Denver, it kind of opened my eyes up that, oh man, players will really leave you and go play for another team. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I'm a B-Dogs fan. So, yeah, him not getting a ring sucks.
Yeah,
It's my number one. It still sucks.
Kyle's number one.
My number one is Randy Moss.
Randy
Moss.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't need to dive back in there,
He
but
deserves to be number one.
he is. Yeah, he's a beast.
He's arguably the number one best receiver out of any position player that gets at any position that gets traded in the NFL to help teams win championships. Wide receiver is definitely like one of the top one. That and running back,
Right.
or quarterback, but definitely wide receiver. So for Randy to go play with arguably the best quarterback in the game to touch the football and not win one, why didn't he play another season with them?
I don't know.
That's the biggest question. How do you go 16-0 with Tom Brady and just choose? Where did he go? Did he retire after the Pats? Did he retire after that? Last stat check, Kyle, for the night.
Randy Moss career stats.
No, when did he retire?
Well, that would show when he
Okay.
retired. So anyways,
I want to say the Raiders, right? No, he went from the Raiders to the Pats.
he moved around a lot, a few teams.
He retired in 2012.
2012.
Yes, that would have been after.
That was the season.
It was the 2011 season.
It was the 20. I was in Afghanistan when they did this, so it was 2012. He retired right after that. No,
I think he played one more.
So he ended in Patriots 2010, and then he was on the Vikings, the Titans, and then the 49ers.
Titans, I do remember that.
Wow, he went to all those after the Pats.
2010, he was on the Vikings and the Titans, and then in 2012, he was on the 49ers.
Yeah, he jumped around
I don't
towards the
remember
end.
him there.
But he didn't play 2011.
Yeah, military had me busy.
Honorable
I was a little busy.
mentions. My honorable mentions. So I had Dan Marino as an honorable mention.
Yeah, you have to. He's arguably the number one.
Yeah. J.J. Watt.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Bailey.
A lot of
I have Champ Bailey.
a lot
as
of
mine.
Cardinals. A lot of Cardinals on there.
Calvin
Champ Bailey's a
Johnson
good
was
one.
on mine. Brian Urlacher.
Ooh, that's another good one. A lot of defensive players
Mm-hmm.
that just never got it.
Do you have any honorable mentions over there?
Nah. Fuck 'em.
Nathan.
No, the only one I'm giving is
Eric
Megatron.
Dickerson.
I thought Megatron was a great call, so he got my only
Eric
honorable
Dickerson's
mention.
a good one.
Like I said, it's hard for me to do these.
Lamar
It's
Jackson.
hard for me. Oh,
He's got
Too
time.
soon.
We got time.
too soon. Yeah.
Hey, he's going to
got
be on the
plenty
Ravens for the
of
next 10
time.
years, I hope.
Plenty of time.
Love to see it.
Cam got one.
Newton- No, he didn't. They lost to the Broncos.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Cam Newton. That's definitely that's a good one.
He's up there.
Yeah.
That's an honorable mention.
To have that run and not win it, I think that's the biggest. It's because that run that they were going on, they
I'm
were.
trying to think if there's anybody else.
No,
Yeah.
if you got anybody, shout it out. Let
Yeah.
us know.
Not that I can think of off the top of my
We'll
head.
definitely bring it back up. So, to wrap it up, Ohio State is winning 21-7. Currently, started the second half. So Buckeyes looking to win the championship.
Let's do that big play parlay to finish this thing up.
Let's get it.
So we only got 2 games. Going to be a tough one. Always is. Has never been easy.
We got to hit one.
I'm taking Kareem Hunt.
Oh, he's going to the house. Ohio State is now up to...
No,
he's going. Go.
Is that Judkins?
Yeah, they're about to get 28. Judkins just broke off a huge run. So who'd you get for your big play?
I'm taking Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Cunt.
Hareem Cunt.
Cream Cunt.
Cream Hunt.
Cream Hunt.
That guy.
Okay, that guy. Kyle, who you taking? I want to take last.
He wants to pick last.
I am taking.
I don't want to be the bozo.
Josh Allen.
Kyle's taking the running back Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. I'm
Ooh, God bless you.
I'm allergic to this bullshit coming out. I'm gonna take AJ Brown.
So we shouldn't take AJ Brown? What was that?
No.
What was
All
Wait a
this
minute.
bullshit we've been talking for the last hour and a half. We just be bullshitting on
So
him.
we got Kareem Hunt,
Kareem Hunt.
AJ Brown,
He's saying Kareem, by the way, not cream.
and Josh Allen. Josh Allen, AJ
Allen.
Brown, and Kareem Hunt.
AJ Brown.
Anybody else?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Let's
And
go.
it's got to be the NFC.
Let's
That's all I
go.
got to say.
No, you don't have to end it with that. Just end it with Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's it.
Go Birds.
Let's go. Go Birds. Yeah.
Be kind, spread love. We'll see y'all next week.